Hello, once again, Brett Dupree, five-part series. This is part four of me talking about my healthy journey, especially the one that I've been going on for the last year and a half now. And today I'm going to talk about giving up weighing myself or even worrying about my weight. Basically, worrying about my weight started when I was in wrestling in high school because I had to make weight. I started at Unlimited, which is very easy to make weight. Ninth grade, I just had to not weigh 275 pounds when I weighed at most 290, and I actually got down to like 185 by the end of the season. So that was an issue. But as I went to high school and trying to get to 190, and it was an ordeal. I remember once losing 5 pounds in 3 hours of trying to sweat it out. Maybe it was like an hour and a half or an hour. I don't know. All I know is running around in a big room with a small room with heaters and sweatpants on. But that started my weight cycling. And I believe I told you before my family went low fat. I don't remember if I mentioned that, but I'll mention food rules in a future video. But so it basically that started, especially once you get to college, I put on the freshman 50 instead of the freshman 15 so much. I like to go above and beyond plus ultra. And that started, of course, with, friends making fun of me and people making fun of me for being fat and people talking about how good I looked in high school. But I just went from all you can eat food and not working out. And that was hard for me. And so that started my cycle. That summer, I started my first real diet of just eating macaroni and cheese and Costco muffins for dinner. I know it's not the most healthy diet, but I did run like an hour every day after work because I was so bored. And I lost a lot of weight, but then I gained it all back. And basically, that started a cycle of losing weight, gaining weight, 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 losing weight, gaining weight. And every time, it's like that set weight point kept increasing and increasing and increasing, going from 260 to 270 to 280 to 310. I was there for a while. Then I got to 330s, became my set point, then my 350s. Then I became just 380s and 390. That's when things really started messing up for me. And now, last I weighed myself, which was at the doctor's office, I believe in December, was 470, which is more than I ever wanted to weigh. Freaking ever. It's not fun. But the process of not weighing myself and not making weight my uh, point in working out has been very freeing. I no longer use weight as an excuse to make me feel bad because the reality is when weight is my number, if you ever try to lose weight, you always come to the point of plateau, and that is just demoralizing. And if you work out to lose weight and you stop losing weight, well, what happens? You stop working out. You stop making healthy decisions, which that happened to me a bunch of times. Hitting that plateau or not reaching my goal fast enough has caused me to feel terrible and then emotionally eat. But at the same time, again, double emotional eater, when I would feel good about my weight, all of a sudden I could eat a little bit more, I can exercise a little bit less, and then I get out of the habit, and then all of a sudden, bam, I would work out less, and soon enough, weight would come back on, and then I'd have to start that cycle all over again. And with that being my last diet, like never dieting again, I am never worrying about my weight again. And I'm not saying I don't want to weigh less. Of course I do. Of course I don't want to be in the 400s. I'm hoping that through incremental changes in my eating habits and consistently working on improving what I'm doing in small steps of just intuitively eating what's best for my body and what makes me feel better and not binge eating, which is something I thought I was going to talk about this video, but I guess I'll talk about that in a future video, is that eventually, if I work out for workout's sake, just to be healthy, like I was talking about in the TikTok video, and just work out to feel better and do 12 workouts a month, if I eat 5 fruits and vegetables a day, that will automatically knock down some calories. If I don't just stuff my face and I eat deliberately and I check in with my body, I will be eating less and less calories, especially before, which I have. And I am hoping within 2 to 3 years that I really start feeling the weight come off. But I don't want to make the focus the weight, because if I do, then if I get to the point of failure or success, I have a reason to stop. But if my reason for doing it is just doing it, then I could do this for the rest of my life. And I don't have an arbitrary number to decide whether I exercise or whether I eat well. It's just based on health, how I feel, getting my blood work better, working on things that truly matter rather than weight. And just being honest, if it wasn't for societal pressures and people looking down on me for being fat, I wouldn't mind it as much. And I wouldn't just hate it so much, right? And so just working on loving myself for who I am and really not worried about how much I weigh, but worry about how I feel and working towards making myself a healthier person. That's my goal, and that's how I'm working it. No diggity, no doubt.